It's a familiar hymn performed by a familiar face. You are looking at a sneak peek of Spirit of God, the latest arrangement and music video to be released by Jenny Oaks Baker, performing there with her 4 children, Laura, Hannah, Sarah, and Matthew. This video officially drops later this week to mark the release of a brand new Christian album just in time for Easter. We are always thrilled to welcome our good friend Jenny Oaks Baker. She's here to tell us a little bit more about that. Now that I have the morning chills, that was stunning.
Oh, thank you.
The lighting was dreamy. It's so fun to see you play together. Tell us about this album. Tell us about this project.
This album is called The Spirit of God, and it's kind of Americana, but very sacred and heartfelt and emotional, kind of American roots, a little bit of pioneer feeling thrown in there. I'm really excited about it. Arranged by Kurt Bester.
The wonderful Kurt Bester.
Yes.
You two are such a talented team.
We've been working together for over 20 years.
20 years? Is it that long?
Yeah.
I love seeing your two talents kind of explode together in such a beautiful way. What is it like to perform with your kids? You've been doing that more and more the last several years.
I have. It's really just so fulfilling and such a beautiful family experience. Like, they've worked so hard, and I've worked so hard with them for so many years that being able to perform together is such a joy.
It's got to be so rewarding from the mom perspective on more than one level, right? You've been enforcing the practicing. What is motherhood like right now for you? You're in a unique stage where you're kind of in the middle mom game. What is one word you would use to describe motherhood right now?
It's really exciting, but I think it's also scary. That's 2 words. But like, it's exciting seeing their personalities develop and seeing them reach their goals and set, like, they're really becoming humans, and they're so fun to be with. But sometimes they have a lot of freedoms that I wish they didn't have. And so you have to kind of let go, and they're with their friends so much, and you have to just kind of manage and pray that they'll make good choices and just hope that you've raised them right, and as they kind of go off on their own path. So it's fun, but it's a little scary.
The fear is in the let go.
It is really, yeah.
I can totally see that. One of your motherhood mantras I know, though, is don't sweat the small stuff.
Right.
How have you employed that into your current stage?
Well, I mean, I've always just not worried about things that aren't at the top of my priority list. I've had to prioritize throughout my life because we've had so many balls in the air. But for instance, when Sarah was in 5th grade, Sarah's now in 7th grade, but when she was in 5th grade, we moved to Utah, and she would always go to school just with her hair down and maybe brushed on a good day.
Operative word, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, and possibly. And she had this friend who always come in cute braids and bows and totally put together by her cute mother. And this mother told me that her daughter had decided that she was going to go Sarah style and stop having her hair done. And I don't know if the mother was so excited, but I thought it was so funny. Like, we're setting a new trend.
Sarah style. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat the braids and the bows. Sarah style.
Yeah, I mean, it's great when you can do that. But
I like that. A lot of parents struggle knowing how to motivate kids, especially in the age range you are, the preteens, the teens. You have raised very musically motivated children. I know you're asked this a lot, but how do you enforce the practicing and the discipline that's required to play an instruments like they do?
Well, as they get older, you have to let go a lot more, but especially when they're younger, I really require them to work first and play later. They have to, like, get their practicing done, and then they can do whatever is the fun thing for them. Like, and then that includes homework. They have to practice before homework.
Practice before homework.
Practice before homework, because I think practicing is more, like, it's more work than homework.
So that's just always been the standard. You work before play. I know as your kids get older, life gets busier. You talked about all of those balls you're juggling in the air. Nurturing those core relationships with each of your children becomes even more valuable for you.
Yeah, and, like, talent development is great, and I'm grateful my kids, you know, have a musical talent that they've developed. But I've found, especially as I get older and they're about to leave, how important those relationships are. That's more important than any talent that they can develop. And knowing, having our children know that we love them, we value them, helping, like, teach them our values and our morals is so much more important than the talents that we can help them develop. Those are important, but those ideals, those morals, the love, having a good family relationship is so much more important.
Which is good perspective, I think, for moms of all ages and stages. We get so caught up on the task-oriented duties and responsibilities. And you credit your own parents for always making you feel special, even as their youngest child. We know and love your dad, President Dallin H. Oaks, the first counselor of the LDS Church's first presidency. He's a very busy guy, right? Obviously traveling a lot. You say, though, he continues to make an effort to individually celebrate the relationships that he has with each of his grandchildren.
He does. He does this thing called Grandchild of the Month that is so sweet. Every month he chooses a different grandchild that's younger, that hasn't graduated from high school yet, and he sends them a letter, and he puts their picture in his office, and kind of like highlights that grandchild for that month. And really, then I usually take my kids down to have a picture with them and their grandpa in his office. And
what a sweet celebration.
Yeah.
Again, that individual one-on-one
Right.
attention and relationship.
Yeah.
It's a good model for everybody. Well, we are so excited about the project, about the album, so congratulations, Jenny.
Thank you.
Always great to catch up with you. And we'll remind you again, Jenny's new album, The Spirit of God, Classic Hymns and Spirituals, is out on March 30th.